And that's when I told her. Oh.
That one was so staged.
Yeah. Well, that's
Not me this
okay.
time.
We're having
Now you
fun.
guys are trying. You guys are trying too hard.
That's
Hey,
like
the last time I didn't
it's like-
try.
I can't
like
fuck up,
Critical
right?
Role.
I can't fuck up because I'm the one who clicks the button.
You're in charge of the big red button. Little on-air sign there. Anyway, hi, we're back. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Let's see. Yeah. We've been doing a classic Wanderer music. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We are going to be continuing our campaign in Adventures in Middle-earth. And no beginning of a tabletop session is complete without a recap. 2 of our players still have inspiration, so there's no need to roll a die, because I know who's going to give the recap. Lindsay!
Hi, me. That's me.
Would you all do us
I am
the
Fig.
kindness of giving us a recap from this?
I don't remember. So let me go back here. Okay. For some reason, it feels like it's been a long time ago, even though it's only a week ago. I don't know why. But so we started right at the end of our combat with Thringwithel, or the Great Vampire, or I think another name was the Shadow or something, whatever. Something along those lines. But anyway, we kicked her ass, and then basically finished up with cleaning up the area by making sure we got the token or proof of killing her. What is so funny?
I'm just laughing. It's like, we kicked her ass, and then in the background's Malvhor, like, fucking limping out in, like, a sling and everything. We kicked her ass. We did it, guys.
Yeah.
Did we win?
So...
Go
Did we
team.
do it? Yeah, Malvhor was beat up pretty badly. Cirion managed somehow unscathed, which is surprising. And Fig took the brunt of everything, but that was good. That was played. Anyways, so Tonnel unfortunately did not make it either, so we started the session right off with leaving the cave and Fig burying Tonnel and giving a message of go in peace and whatnot, for some sort of closure and everything. And right after that, we had an unexpected visitor who was Thula. And for those who don't remember Thula, he was an orc that we ran into at Cirith Ungol when trying to meet with Mordu. And so Thula showed up as thankfully a messenger of sorts between us and Mordu to confirm that we did kill the great vampire Thringwithel. And so Thula was right there to take the decapitated head from Cirion as proof, and that was basically that. Thula was also very interesting because he was the one orc we have run into so far that seemed to have magical sorcery capabilities of sorts, that I'm very interested in looking into more of. But at the same time, once that was settled, we were all just eager to get back to the little village in Greenwood that we had left Maerwyn at, also where Northriel and Audathor are. So we traveled for a few days to get back there, and thankfully we met with the 3 of them and learned that Maerwyn is essentially cured and healthy again and whatnot, because killing the great vampire did meet Mordu's expectations, so he did keep his promise in lifting the curse, but the ailment that was left afterwards, Northriel actually remedied herself. So, yay! Child happy! So, after that, everyone was basically tired and decided to spend maybe a week, there's a cat in this room,
They're all
a week or so, I don't remember, to do a fellowship phase. So that was some downtime for the group. And essentially what happened was that each member of the fellowship spent their own time in their own way healing corruption. So with Malvhor, that was spending time with Maerwyn, where Maerwyn is in progress of crocheting a horse blanket. And Malvhor made a sweater that didn't quite work out, but at least it was a completed project, and I thoroughly loved the family bonding moments. It was adorable. Yeah, Cirion is traveling the world to speak with many therapists, and this time it was Auditor. You first had a therapy session with Mana Ame about things, now it's Auditor. I'm just speaking the truth.
These are facts.
It's called character development.
No, and I am perfectly fine with it. It was just funny how it's just an adventure of, random different, never mind. So
Find yourself.
From my funny perspective is that he had a session with Mana Ame, and then he went to Adithor. He's like, you know what? I need a second opinion.
And I think he related. Yeah, and I think he related with Auditor a lot, from one warrior of traumatic experiences or events to another, and Auditor also being the old wise elf that he is to an extent, really laid out a lot of mindset and framework details of how to think certain things through and whatnot, and to not completely riddle himself with guilt like he's doing, and how to move on and whatnot. Then with Fig did something similar that Malvhor did, where it was a lot of spending family time. Fig especially with Northriel and Auditor, since those are her adopted parents, basically. And just mulling over everything that's happened since, in terms of learning the stuff about Galad, and now that she can become a bear, which Northriel didn't believe at first, and etc., etc. And after all of that, once everyone was pretty much rejuvenated and ready to go, that's where we left last week at the end, where we are now embarking on a new journey to head back to Peligir, probably stopping at Osgiliath first, maybe.
Heading home.
But we're heading first to Amon Lanc because we have a little side quest for Mana Ame. And that's all I got.
Well, there you go. You may take your inspiration. Thank you so much for the lovely recap.
You're welcome. I am looking forward to skipping the 10 minutes of me rambling for video editing.
Well,
I'm glad.
Well, we don't need a trivia question this week, because now you all are so stocked up and loaded on inspiration that there's no point for trivia. So,
Want out? You want out?
we'll
Go
just
out.
go ahead
Get
and
out.
skip that bit. Wait for Lindsay to return. And she's back. All right.
I've returned. Sorry. She wouldn't stop meowing.
We heard. We're aware.
We know.
The other one does not care. He's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
He's just back there chilling. We see him.
Yeah.
So, with that, the three of you, with Maerwyn in tow, led your horses out of the Sylvan village and headed back west through the Greenwood, heading for the western forest gate, the very gates you came through on your way here some weeks ago. As you guys are initially setting out, if there's anything you wish to discuss or do throughout the entirety of this return journey, feel free to interrupt me. Otherwise, I will keep on keeping on. The three of you, over the next few hours, eventually break through the western gate and are met with the bright, refreshing sunlight that immediately stings your eyes, but you eventually quickly readjust to it, as you've been under the tree canopy for a few weeks now. That direct sunlight is a bit new. But you feel the warmth on your skin, and you turn your attention southwards and finally mount your horses for the first time in a while and begin your trek back along the Anduin River, heading along parallel the tree line of the Greenwood. Let's get some stuff switched out here. Why not? Let's do a pneumatic dawn. The three of you head south over the rolling hills that is the Anduin Valley, and you are met with fairly calm days ahead as you follow the river over the next few days and edge further and further south, opening up towards the large grassland plains that seem to buffer the Greenwood and the White Mountains in the south. In that time, you do see way off in the distance some dust clouds of sorts, which either seem to imply heavy wind or heavy weather out ahead, or a large herd of movement. But for the most part, your initial leg of your journey goes rather uninterrupted as you eventually come to the area of the Rovanian region that sort of juts out from the Greenwood and in through the tree line above the tree canopies. You can see a rather tall citadel poking above the trees. Fig, you being the guide, you probably know that this is probably your best option to approach Amon Lanc.
Cool. We will start going into the forest this way.
Yeah, about how far do you think we were out?
I don't know. How do I know that? Day? Less? Hopefully less.
I really shouldn't have asked that question. That's on me.
It's fine.
Where the hell's the ruler in this new thing? There it is.
I could picture Maerwyn and Cirion just going, are we there yet?
About 2 days into the forest, roughly.
Maerwyn, we're gonna go in.
And
Oh,
we lost Lindsay.
Hi.
What happened?
2 days. Oh, I meant to hit mute on something because I was about to sneeze and I accidentally clicked disconnect instead.
Excellent. Flawless execution.
It's that kind of day, apparently.
so Maerwyn, we're going to take a slight detour and visit another city of elves.
The whole city?
Yes, and I point up to the citadel that's peeking through the trees. We're going there.
And all of you sort of see in the distance, a tower sort of poking above the tree line. From where you are, it's hard to tell, architecture, but it is clearly a fortress of sorts. Wow. Well, okay.
We're gonna have to go in the forest again, so it'll be an adventure.
Okay. Fig, you just keep on your best path.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I sneezed.
How
My
dare you?
nose is
sneeze?
sniffly.
Allergies getting to you, Fig.
Sneeze?
Plot twist, Fig is allergic to the outdoors. But that's where she's lived.
And that's why her hunting is usually unsuccessful, because she sneezes and scares them away. I'm not telling the story, the dice are telling the story. Don't get mad at me. You think I control the random number generator?
Yes.
How
I
horrible.
don't know sometimes.
How horrible would that be, though? She's approaching a deer and she's getting ready, and all of a sudden,
I'm sure it happens. So.
I hate everything.
Damn.
I just hate.
Good.
You lead your group. You lead your fellowship into the back into the forest, heading in a southeasterly direction towards the fortress. You get a ways in, maybe a day or so, and you find yourself having to dismount, mostly because of the density of the forest and just the rough terrain overall for the horses.
Makes sense. I'm going to, as we're going, I'd like to try to keep an eye out for, I lost my train of thought. I guess any, like, larger wildlife, just to not have the horses get spooked or something that might be traversing by. Or anything else that might have ill intent on us.
I would say the lookout could do that.
Fine!
You are busy guiding everyone.
I am the lookout. So what am I doing?
You can just give me a general perception check or survival check in this case, if you're doing essentially what Fig wanted to do.
Perception. It doesn't matter. It has the same bonus. Bam!
15. This area of the forest actually seems rather calm. You don't see a whole lot of large wildlife skulking about or stalking for that matter. In fact, it seems almost unnaturally calm. But there's not a whole lot more you can ascertain from it.
I have a feeling that something's off. It's very quiet.
Kind of something.
It's just very quiet. A little too quiet.
Roll initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Do I know if that's normal for this area because of Amon Lanc being nearby, or does that seem unnerving?
Has Fig spent much time in Southern Greenwood?
Other than...
You can give me a history check.
Okay.
Or nature. If you haven't spent a significant amount of time here in your past.
I mean, I can envision her having maybe having traveled far enough once in a while, but I'll just roll nature.
I mean, I'm letting you
fine.
like come to that conclusion if you've seen that she's spent a significant amount of time down there. I mean, I'm letting you tell her story, not me.
I know we said Southern Mirkwood for when her and Galad first came across vampires. And then after that, she might have traversed that way by herself when growing up. And or maybe Auditor took her that far for whatever reason.
I would say with an 11 and just your general knowledge of the forest as a whole, this does seem a little out of the ordinary.
That is strange then. Everyone keep an eye out.
Lucky 2.
Maerwyn, stick with Malvhor.
Okay.
Matt's face is like, no, don't stick with me.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm the squishiest one of the group. I'm like tissue paper. Anyway.
Tissue paper. And I'll move a little more slowly and warily after that. But I do have my Vigilant Senses feature. If I can use that to potentially detect nearby enemies or ambushes.
Does it ask you to make a roll, or is it just
It's
like
a
sixth
advantage
sense sort of thing?
It's advantage on perception.
Okay, go ahead and give me just give me a perception check, and I'll keep it in the back of my mind what you've rolled, if and when something were to come up.
Oh, okay. Is it dark?
No,
Damn it.
you already
Okay.
have advantage.
Well, then I get expertise with the dark.
Oh, okay. No, it is not dark.
Fuck. Wait, I have viewer inspiration.
What do your bare
viewer
eyes see,
inspiration?
Fig?
Yeah, once I disconnected from Discord and came back, Paul gave
Paul
me
did
viewer
it, yep.
inspiration because he was like, "You're gonna
I
need
see
this."
Yeah. All right, go ahead and
Okay, now it's above a 10.
12. 12. Good to know. All right,
Alright.
I'll keep that. All right, so you continue on then, Fig.
Yes, just slowly and trying to keep an eye out.
You lead your companions through the forests, gripping the reins of your horses and just sort of ushering them through. It's not long probably in the next day or so, that you come to a almost carved out clearing of the forest, and very large, almost probably about a couple miles in width. That it just appears that it had been all the trees have been felled in the area. And in the center of this large clearing is a towering hill, and on top of that hill you see an immaculately structured large fortress city that stretches from one hill to the next, with a large rampart and causeway, and just jutted thick exterior walls and several towers along the bastions. That this appears to be a large elven fortress. But as you edge closer to it from where you are, Fig, you notice that the quietness continues into this area as well.
Does anything smell weird? Like, is there blood in the air?
I would say with that 12 perception carrying into, you don't smell anything.
Okay.
Nothing, no blood, nothing like that.
I will just grip the reins of Wild Step tighter and move even more slowly.
Where are you going?
Malvho's gonna try something. It's very silly. If it's coming from it, it's silly. But
Okay.
Malvho's just gonna call out, and he's just gonna say, "We know you're there. You might as well show yourself so we can have a discussion."
Oh my god! Right at that moment, Fig just does one of those, like... like, you did not just do that.
Cirion doesn't even look back because Malvhor's probably done shit like this before on one of their travels, and Cirion just kind of puts his head in his hand, just to travel like 3, 2, 1.
You say that like shouting almost into the air, or just like almost just looking for within earshot if anyone hears you?
I mean,
They're elves, it's loud enough.
True.
I'd say you're probably like a quarter of a mile from like the causeway and the walls of the fortress.
I was just saying it for anyone close enough to hear me. I wasn't trying to shout to the fortress.
Okay. All right, so you shout, or not shout, sorry, you just sort of speak that out into the air, and you feel the voice carry a bit and then just sort of drop off, and the silence returns. Does a 27 hit?
Yes, it does. Oh no.
I'm also fucking with you.
Oh.
Always keep them guessing.
I believed you. Like, you could tell me a Balrog appeared right now, and I'd be into it. I'd believe you.
Hey, never let them know your
next move. See? He
Jinx.
gets it. No, there doesn't appear to be an answer.
Malvhor just shrugs. Well, let's keep going. They obviously don't want to talk. He just narrows his eyes.
I'm still just looking at him like... keep going Absolutely.
Fig, where are you leading them to?
Straight to the fortress, as far as I know.
The main gate, or just straight ahead of you to the wall? Where are you going?
I'm where I can for the main gate. Yes.
Okay, so you head up towards the causeway. You lead your horses, unless, of course, now it's a more open area. You can certainly mount them if you choose. But you lead your group up towards the causeway that is actually facing north. So you sort of circle around and come to the causeway that traverses this large sort of moat area at the base of the hill. And as you hear your footfalls sort of hit this finely polished, like cobblestone bridgeway that appears to be lined with these stone carvings of elven depictions of either warriors or healers, and just all sorts of probably historical depictions of sort, or even just prominent individuals throughout elven history. You eventually come to the main large gate that it does appear to be closed from where you are.
Is there any presence around?
With that 12?
Ugh.
I mean, you want me to just keep asking to roll perception over and over?
I've got this. Well, if anyone's home, we'll find out soon enough.
Then they would already know we are here.
True, but well, it doesn't hurt. And Malvhor this time is gonna just call out as loud as he can. He's gonna just be like, "Hello, we're searching for Lachion.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're here on behalf of Maname."
The customs or tradition of approaching a gate such as this, and how to get inside.
A gate such as this.
You just ask, and they say yes or no.
But is there like a specific custom, or like a password, or a secret knock if no one's there, or whatever?
You can give me a traditions check as this is happening.
God damn.
I'll say at advantage because you grew up along this culture.
Oh, 16. Okay, I saw the 7 and I quit.
As this is happening, Fig, you would know that there's no real hard custom. It is mostly acceptable to announce yourself, introduce yourself, and state your business, essentially.
All right.
What did I do? What did I do?
Yeah, I'll just stay quiet because I'm like, well, he just did that, so.
But it was a good double check, because I might have been a dum-dum.
All of a sudden, does a natural 20 hit?
Jesus Christ.
A few beats pass, and you hear a sound from the other side of the gate. Who approaches our gate?
I am Malvhor of Gondor. We're passing through, and a healer, Maname, from Osgiliath, has asked us to meet with an individual here named Lachion. She requires more supplies.
There's not an immediate response. The silence sort of returns. And then maybe a minute later, you hear a bit of a shout from the other side. Open the gates! As you hear the clanging of chain as the gates begin to open up, as they creak a bit, but they open up ever so slightly to let you all sort of pass through. And as you initially catch a glimpse, you see several elves cloaked and in armor, not running, but sort of moving back and forth in the main courtyard of where you are. Maybe about 5 in total. There appears to be several stacked crates and sacks and barrels, and several horses gathered over in stables across the courtyard. You're here to see Captain Lachion?
Indeed. Thank you for letting us in.
Yes. Not too often we
Megavanen.
get visitors down this way. Megavanen. Please, follow me, and I will make sure the captain is aware of your arrival.
Very well.
Come an awfully long way.
Indeed. Believe it or not, we were up near the Elven King's halls days ago.
Then you must be running quite the errands in this region.
Yeah, you could say that. It's behind us now, and we're on our way home. From here, we return to Osgiliath, hopefully with the supplies Maname needs. She's been a boon to us in Gondor.
Well, as long as these supplies find use outside of here, then I can't rightfully complain. As he sort of leads you through the courtyard and past a campfire, and you sort of look around, and you see the interior of the fortress rather in a state of disarray and disorganization. Vines have begun to grow through the rock in the stone. Areas begin to appear to be overgrown, and a lot of metals appear to be starting to corrode away. And every now and again, you observe a handful of elves sort of passing large crates over and putting them in wagons, or unloading various objects and weaponry, trying to appear to like almost gather an inventory of things.
Are you moving?
In a manner of speaking, you could say that.
Why abandon such a useful position?
Well, that's not honestly for me to say. I'm just a lowly soldier.
Fair, I've
Orders
been there.
from on high.
I've been there. I was in the Gondor army for a time. I know what it's like to follow orders.
Yes, this as he sort of like looks around as he's leading you through. This used to be the capital of our people some time ago with King Ordifer, but it was moved. The capital was moved north some time ago, and then, well, if I have any idea, I would believe since the passing of the king, it's just been rightfully abandoned at this rate.
That's a shame. It's a beautiful fort.
It certainly is. Captain, as you look over and you see a tall elf adorned in sort of almost bronzish golden colored armor, with a maroon cloak and hints of sort of dark green hinted throughout, and he leans on what looks to be a large elven staff or spear that sits to one side, as he sort of looks over to the four of you. Our visitors, Megavanen.
Megavanen. I am Malvhor. Oh wow,
My name is Captain Lachion.
He's so fucking cool.
I was gonna say, look at that smirk.
Not Bardor cool, but
The smirk, the armor, the weapon. He's really fucking cool. He's like stepped out of the legends.
I do like his armor.
That'll be all, Galen. Thank you. You may return to your posts and your duties. Yes, sir. As the other elf marches off. Now, friends from the south. What can I do for you?
Indeed, Maname sends her regards.
The healer of Lorien.
The healer of Osgiliath for the time. And her supplies are low. which is why she's asked us to come see you.
Yes, we had a supplies for her that she came through regularly, that we would give what we could to help her out, since we haven't seen her in a while. So we have a bit of a stockpile for her. She sent you all this way, the three of you?
We had other
It's a
business.
complicated story.
We had other business north of here. And so she asked us, since we were in the area, so to speak, to help her out.
I see. Well, you're in luck. We are in the process of abandoning this fortress, so we are offloading as much as we can. Only about 24 elves stand in defense here currently, so we have to either haul back what we can to the Elven King or abandon it here.
It's a shame to abandon such a beautiful fort. Any particular reason?
Hard to say. Things have not rightfully been what they were in the past. King Orvar loved this place, but his son now has the throne. During the last war, it was my understanding that this fortress, as the city, was mostly given up and only used as a forward defensive structure in Greenwood. Since the conclusion of the last war, I'm hard-pressed to believe that the current king sees no value in it. Maybe it's just haunted memories for him.
Is there a tree nearby?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk to a tree and put a hand on it.
Okay.
And just totally in the middle of the conversation, I'm just gonna wander off, like a classic
As one
child or
does.
grandparent, and just
Malvhor just watches silently.
and once I approach a tree, like I said, I'm gonna close my eyes and place a hand on it, and I'm just gonna do my classic Fig 5 check to see if there's yeah. I've seen enough of our episodes now where I keep asking for vibes, and it's become a vibe check. So here we go. But I just wanna gauge, with the connection I've already had with nature and everything, but I guess now further because of being further connected with Yavanna, if I can just sense anything that's in connection to why it's so eerily quiet and weird here. Or like if there's a reason, if like there's something going on or whatever that is not physically seen. Can that be like a nature check, I guess, or like something else if you prefer?
This reminds me of the time as Vida, I would just randomly ask Brian, what kind of tree is this?
Right. It's come full circle. Slayers, man, and their trees. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently. The way you described what you're trying to achieve, you're edging on the side of like very spiritualistic. I can't talk.
I know, but it's also in her character narrative in nature. So.
Right. Just give me a wisdom check.
Okay. There it is.
You people in your vibe checks. 15. You sort of walk up alongside this tree and place your hand on it. And as you sit there and close your eyes, you slowly hear the conversation behind you just sort of drain away as you like sort of tune everything out. And you feel a warmth on top of your hand. It seems like somebody placed their hand on top of yours. And you sort of open your eyes and you see sort of a glow, like an orangish, whitish glow on top of your hand. And around the tree, you see bits of decay begin to take hold of the tree. And you hear the familiar voice of Yavanna. sort of utter next to you. The elves have abandoned hope here.
Is there anything that can be done?
It would be up to them. This is not something that one can rightfully fix the state of mind. There's much pain and sorrow that resides here in a lingering memory.
I understand. And I'll open my eyes and I'll just kind of like gingerly kind of I guess just kind of like pat the tree a little, like in an endearment way. And then after 2 moments of that, I'll walk back to the group.
You probably at this point, Malvhor was still talking to Captain
Yo.
Lachion, and he's just like,
Yeah.
So, what kind of supplies are we talking about? How many? Are we gonna need a cart, or is this just?
We can part with an entire cart. We can, for the good mana arme, we can send you along with a wagon full of herbs and supplies packed for. It's good I see you brought horses.
Yes.
1 or 2 of them should suffice to hitch to a wagon.
Best horses you ever find.
In fact, a few of my elves should be able to help you up. As he sort of looks past you. Linon! Another elf looks over. Have you seen my son? No, sir, haven't. I think he's out in the forest or probably into the fortress depths again. Well, when you can, find him and bring him up. I wish to have a word. 2 of yours, come help these fine people. We can gather a few of the supplies and load it up in a wagon. One has already been sort of half loaded, and you're free to go, along with my blessing. Though it would be difficult moving with this wagon, so do tread carefully out there in the wild.
Oh, it'll be a pain to get it back through the forest. Do you have a path in mind that would be easier to travel?
To get back out of the forest, there is one just a bit south from here, straight through. It's a little more clear than the rest of the forest. It should be able to fit the wagon. And then from there, whatever path you deem worthy, though you're returning to Osgiliath?
Indeed.
Well, the cliffs south of here that turn into the waterfall from the Anduin will be near impossible to traverse. You may have to head east around, which might ultimately be for the best. A few of our scouts spotted a band of Wayne riders coming in from the west that headed along the river. They'll probably be here for some time, so heading east in the opposite direction is probably the wisest decision to keep safe.
I appreciate your advice, Captain.
Fig, have you returned?
Yeah, I said I came back.
Okay. Yes, Wayne Riders. Band of raiders from the east. They used to pillage and wage war in this region for some time. They return every now and again, mostly due to, as he sort of stops and looks at the 2 men, Gondor's waned power as of recently.
It is concerning.
I feel like Gondor's power has been waning for some time now.
Well, since the death of the King of Arnor, Isildur, and the fall of Arnor, it's been difficult for Gondor to sustain. But I speak out of place. I'm no diplomat or statesman. I'm a soldier, and that's all I know. So it's not pressed for me to speak on such matters.
Lachion, I think we really ought to just take a quick moment here and hydrate.
I mean, I just did, but I'll do it again.
Lenore, wineskins, please.
Now we're talking.
Sir. Yes, Galen, what is it? I believe your son has fallen asleep again in the depths, researching his lamp. Would you like me to wake Goldo for you? That's not his name. Well, sir, he does dabble a bit in the magics of our people. It's just a nickname we've given him.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Just go wake him and tell him to return to his post. Make sure he doesn't hide away again. He loves to do that.
Well, we appreciate your help loading the wagons, but we have a long road ahead of us, and honestly, not for lack of hospitality, but we should really hit the road as soon as we can.
It's understandable. It was a long journey, and on wagon, and with hostile forces about, it's best to not dally. So we appreciate your stopping by here. If there's anything else you need before your departure, I'd be more than happy to assist you. Fortress won't be occupied here in the next few weeks, so...
Well, I don't know next time we'll be this far north. If anything, we're gonna be in Gondol for a while.
Very good. Well, I wish you the best of luck. And please tell the good lady of Lorien that Lachion sends his regards.
Will do, Lachion. It was my pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Mine as well. Travel safe.
Malvhor nods, and then he just goes to find the wagons.
You move over, and there's a few elves that seem to be loading mostly satchels and sacks of various picked herbs and other plant life, and some with like glass and crystal instruments for various sort of lab work, if you will, that they've pretty much curated a long-standing house of healing here that they're just sort of everything they can. It's almost like a fire sale. Everything must go. Like if they're not going to use it, they're trying to get rid of it.
Is there anything else they're trying to get rid of that's not part of the shipment that like is up for grabs?
Are you looking for something specific?
I'll take.
I'll take one of
I'm
those.
curious. Yeah,
With
like,
that.
If there's like extra Athelis salve or like any other salves or I don't know arrows for these guys or something to replenish some stuff.
There's definitely arrows. If you're looking to like replenish your arrows, there's salves among the shipment that is being returned to Mana Ame. So
I know, but I don't want to take Mana Ame's stuff. I want to take stuff for me.
There, any weapons or armor being abandoned?
Well, let me look around. We had a shipment go out about a month ago. We might have dispersed most of our armaments. We do have a few bows and spears laying around here. There's something in particular.
I mean, if
But
you have
most of this is...
if you have a spare bow, by all means, I would take that.
I think we can part with a bow. Most of this will end up in the Elven King's Hall, because we will refit some of our forces back there, but...
Yeah, I'm not interested in taking anything you plan to use. Mostly just things you were already planning to leave behind.
Oh, things were being left behind. No, most of our arms and armaments are being transported.
That's fair. I don't want to deprive you of something that your people may use. My current bow suits me just fine. Gets the job done.
Very well, sir. But if you need arrows, we can definitely part with those.
Oh, I appreciate that, and I just top off my quiver.
Okay.
Am I able to do the same?
No, only Malvhor.
This is a stupid
He's the
campaign.
only one talking. Any extra rations too, or anything, or do they need those? I thought
We
it
are
was a
greedy.
good question. I'm
You guys
just
are trying
if
to
they
pick
don't
them
need.
clean.
Look, if they don't need
So
shit, I'll take
you will
the shit.
you will also recall Northrail gave you guys rations for your return.
I'm aware.
Wow.
I just asked for arrows. Damn.
Yeah, you can have your arrows. The rations that they have on them are for their own travel. They don't have
That's
like
fine.
leftovers.
Oh, you want to
I
see them
figured that
starve,
much.
Fig?
No,
That's
look,
DM's
I'm
way
just-
of saying, shut the fuck up. You got
we
your
are
rations.
adventurers. If
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
need things, but it would benefit us, I'm just thinking I'm being immersed into the immersion.
Immersed into
the immersion.
I know what I said.
Okay. Glad you acknowledged.
Well, I'm just going
It
to.
really has been a day.
I'm just gonna help make sure the wagons are loaded up and ready to go.
Yeah, they load up one wagon pretty much, and it can be towed by one horse, but you could definitely hitch two to it if you chose to. But for the most part, I guess I'll ask, how are we transporting this wagon?
I see no reason not to hitch 2 horses to it.
I was gonna say, whose
Yeah.
horses seem like they could totally handle it. I don't know if Goldwyn ever mentioned which horse might be strong to carry such a thing.
Melwyn,
Like,
would you
if they might. Oh yeah.
would you like to ride in the wagon?
Sure, I can do that.
Well, that's all that. Duster will be one of the horses pulling the wagon. And I mean,
Do you know which horses are trained for wagon? To Maerwyn.
I'm looking.
Maerwyn pulls out a book, starts flipping through some pages.
I mean, I guess I
my-
assumed she would know since she's been around with these horses being trained and
It's not-
whatnot.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities. I'm just checking something. Talks amongst yourselves.
Well, I feel like I'm surprised to see them abandon this. Kind of reminds me of Osgiliath in a way.
Could be the elven version of Osgiliath.
Well, except
No way.
I don't wanna bring up any bad memories with you, kid, but no one's conquering this fort. It's just being abandoned.
Perhaps
No, it's
nature will.
This fort is just abandoned.
Perhaps nature will heal and take the area back.
Did you kill that tree, Fig?
No, I tried to check on it and see if it would tell me if something was wrong.
I just saw you touch it and it sort of like partially crumbled.
Did you see that? I thought that was a vision. Did I mishear?
Was that a vision? If that was a vision, that was not made clear to me. Anyway,
It was a vision, and even if it was very subtle. So couldn't have been seen if you were
Oh.
talking to Lachion.
Oh, so you saw me just touch a tree.
did you kill that tree, Fig? Because it doesn't look healthy. I'm gonna keep my statement. I'm still gonna accuse Fig of killing that tree.
No, I did not, but this area could use some help, but
None of them.
Wonderful.
None of your horses were trained to pull carts.
Will this be an issue then?
They might not be happy about it for a bit, but I'm sure they'll manage.
Who will be the least happy?
My money's on Quickfire. Quickfire seems like a rascal.
Or better yet, who wants to keep their horse?
Duster's one of the horses going on the wagon. Maerwyn and I will just ride on the wagon with the supplies.
Then who's between Cirion's and my horse? Whose is faster or more agile? I don't know which one. Yours is what? Quickfire?
Yeah.
And Wild Step.
I mean, they all have the same speed stat.
I mean like who's.
No, I understand. I'm verbalizing that now.
I'll get quick fire.
We can. Okay.
So is Wild Step the second horse on the cart then?
Yes, that is fine.
So are you and
Then-
Cirion gonna ride double back on Quickfire?
I mean, I was volunteering my horse to pull the wagon, but yeah, Vig can ride with me.
Okay, so you two are gonna ride Wild Step, and then Quickfire and Duster will pull the cart. It's settled.
Yes.
I will approach Quickfire and just give him some pets. Is that okay with you? But we're not giving you a choice at the same time.
That's my fucking horse. I'm just gonna give him just like a pat on the belt, like a pop, pop, pop. Be like, take care of it. I'll be right over here.
I'm going to take the last carrot I have and try to break it into thirds and give a third to each horse.
For a second, I thought you were just gonna give it to one of them, and I was gonna sow dissent amongst the other two.
Ow.
I thought about it.
I was gonna be like, you
Christ,
see that? She's playing favoritism with that horse. Are you gonna stand up for that?
It got dark.
But
Here.
if the cart's ready, I mean that's all I'm really waiting for. If the cart's ready and the horses are hooked up to it, we can hit the road.
Yeah.
Is anyone else riding in the cart, or is it just Maerwyn? Is you
No,
too,
it's
Malvhor?
yeah. I said I was riding it with Maerwyn.
Okay, sorry, I missed that.
Yep. And for what it's worth, you guys do have the stat blocks for the specific horse breeds that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Malvhor and Cirion, you have war horses, and Fig, you have a palfrey, which is just a regular trained mount. The Affer that Goldwyn probably discussed when you first picked your horses is a draft horse. Those are the ones trained to pull carts.
Gee, the one we didn't pick.
Well,
because we were
there's
going
like
for
1, 2,
speed.
3, 4, 5, 6.
We were, yeah.
There's 8 different horse types, so it's not like it's the one you didn't pick. You actually didn't pick a lot of them.
I think we only had like a few choices anyway, but neither here nor there.
So yeah, technically, none of your horses are trained for it.
Lots of fine. We'll make do. That's why I split a carrot 3 ways.
Hey, there you go. All right. Yeah, it's not long. The cart gets pretty much organized and settled in. And the elves hitch the 2 horses to the wagon, and they sort of lead you all back towards the gate. And Lachion comes over once more to see you all off. Travel safe. Beware of any wandering Wayne riders, especially with that little one hanging out back there. I don't think you want to get caught up in anything nasty out there.
We certainly do not. I think she's had I think she's had enough excitement to last her for a while. Isn't that right, Maerwyn?
I mean, I'd like to stay with the elves, honestly.
But your mother would miss you.
Yeah, but think of all the things I could learn about training elven horses.
Perhaps one day we can take you and your mother back.
Yeah, one day when you're bigger and and older, you can come back up here on your own. Or with a friend.
I think she would get along with Northriel.
Oh, she already did.
I mean Goldwyn.
Oh. Yeah, I think so too.
Well,
And
we
then
always
again,
welcome horse proficiency in these parts. If you're lucky, as he sort of looks to Maerwyn, you can probably ride one of our hearts. And if you're luckier still, you might even get to meet a lord of all horses. But they haven't been seen in these parts in several thousand years. But
Does that
enough
sound
talk.
familiar?
is the lord of your horses a person that you haven't seen for thousands of years?
Well, you best be off.
All right, keep your secrets then.
Safe travels, you three.
Thank you, and safe travels
Give
to you.
Madame my best.
Will do. Good luck on your move north.
To lead the horses out through the front gate and back around towards the south end of the fortress as the gates sort of close behind you, and you leave behind that stillness of noise, just the ever-present, sort of like, you know, when the lack of sound in and of itself is a sound, sort of feeling.
Like when the
as you
power
move
goes
back
out.
through. Yeah, oh god. And you head back out into Rovanian.
I think we should follow Lakion's advice and cut
I agree.
east to avoid the cliffs and hopefully the rain riders. That's a tough word for me to say. Too many W and R sounds.
Just say that 10 times fast.
I can always scout ahead of time to try to find them as a bear and locate them.
If the opportunity comes up, I think our best shot is just to keep moving. Scouting never hurts. Especially if you do it as a ghost bear where you literally cannot be hurt.
Well, I can, but...
Not as a bear. Your body can, but...
It's weird to think about having 2 ways to be a bear now.
It's... I don't know. I don't know how you bear it. It's quite the responsibility.
That pun I am choosing to have go over Fig's head, and she'll just stare at you for a long time and then go, ha, ha.
Maerwyn just kind of goes, oh, that was awful.
I know, wasn't it? That's what makes it fun.
At least now in the cart you have more time to work on the blanket.
Oh, I guess I could try. The bumps might be difficult.
Yeah, especially through the forest.
Perhaps wait until we are out.
Basically turn into a Muppet.
Whenever I try to do something while I'm in a cart or on horseback, I always get a little bit nauseous, right? I have to like focus on being on the horse. If I try to read or anything like that, it just doesn't work out.
You try to read while you're riding?
I mean, if I'm riding a cart and I'm not in charge of the horses, I have in the past. I've lived a long life, Maerwyn. I've done a lot of things, not all of them smart.
I was just imagining Malvhor trying to read a book while on a horse, and at one point the horse, with how he's on the road, he goes forward enough where the horse goes back enough with his neck and just face collides with horse neck. That's exactly what I just thought. Like, I can't read this. What is this?
I have used messenger pigeons before. Believe it or not, you'd be surprised at how recently.
That's dangerous.
Messenger pigeons?
While riding on a horse?
Oh, I've never done that while riding on a horse. No, gosh.
Oh, good.
The last time I interacted with a messenger pigeon was when I was in jail.
Ah, yes, I sent the bird. Maybe not my best idea.
The road beckons.
Yes. So I'll wait till we get close enough to that area in the east for us for one night when we like make camp or whatever, and I'll do Dream Bear if no one has anything else they want to do.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say you guys make it out of the forest and travel for the rest of the day and make camp at dusk. Let me just switch over. So you too many things. Too many things. So you make camp that night as I punch my microphone, and take the form of the spirit bear while everyone sort of sets up camp. You meditate and leave your body behind and take the form of that sort of spiritual, celestial bear. Where would you like to go?
I would like to go out in the direction that Lachion described about where they last saw the Wainwriters, and from there try to see if there are any, I guess, tracks in the ground, hoof prints, recent areas of camp, whatever, to try to get an idea of where ultimately to try to figure out where the Wainwriters currently are and where they might be heading. So best to avoid them as we keep moving forward.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just perception check. It is night, obviously.
Yep, I was already doing that. Woo!
25. So, in this form, you can traverse the land with great ease and pretty much within 3 days' time around the area. So from where you are, you find all sorts of indications that heavy travel has come through here. You find deep ruts in the earth that indicate sort of wheeled carts, several hoofs in which sort of matted earth and grass that just show large movement coming through from an east to a western direction. And in that 3-day sort of like area from camp, you do note that there's several different bands of Wayne Riders, and you from a distance can make out these foreign individuals to you that you've never actually sort of encountered before in your life, sort of like thin black hair and a little bit more of like an olive skinned complexion, but a lot of their horses are hitched to carts, and on the sides of those carts are sort of stowed away bows and quivers and mostly spears of sorts, and their bows tend to take a shorter shape and have a bit more of a curve bend to them. You get the understanding that these are a band of riders that have utilized chariots, horse-drawn wagons, and horseback archery as a form of quick raiding. And the bands themselves seem to make up probably about 12 individuals in each one. And you find...
It's a lot.
You find
it's
about
a lot.
3... I mean, they're a raiding party.
Yeah,
I think two people are gonna be like, "We're gonna go do it, guys."
Yeah, nope, we do not want to mess with that. Mm-hmm.
You find about 3 of those groups Am I on the right layer here? Yeah, I think so. One just probably a day's ride here. If that's popping up for you.
It is. It's just a little
It's a
hard
big
to
area,
discern.
yeah. It's hard to tell exactly
Yeah,
where.
Let me just-
zoom in on the
let me do
map
this.
here.
Let me do this.
Lemon.
Nope. No, I want an ellipse. Let me make an ellipse. About to there. Did that show up?
Yeah.
Yes. So that river fork, basically, ish. Okay, and then at the falls. Wonderful. Okay. So you said that first band is about within a day's, or I'm sorry, were you gonna keep going?
The first one's probably within, like, they're all within that 3-day span, but that's where you see the ones that you can within your vision, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anything beyond that, they might exist, but you can't see them.
Sure. So you said are the horses in all of these 3 camps, or one of them, or whatever, they're all still currently attached to the chariots?
There's more chariots than there are individual riders, but there are individual riders.
No, are the horses still attached to?
Some of them, yes.
I have
It's at
an
night,
idea.
so there's a... Do you want to... Okay, let me hear it.
At least with this first camp. All 3 would be great, but I want to first try with this first camp to approach menacingly as Dreambear and scare the horses to drive away their source of movement and or resources if things are still attached to the horses. But if anything, I want to drive the horses away to hinder them, and best case scenario, make look like this entity that's like, leave and never come back type deal.
In bear form.
In bear form. But if any, like, yeah, the first goal would be drive all horses away to get them preoccupied with their own shit and maybe drive them in a different direction and whatnot. But on top of that, just looking super, super like, I'm a spirit of the land and you're fucked type deal.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Where's my... I
will
wish
say-
that was a higher mod.
Go ahead at advantage, because this is the horses would probably perceive the bear as a predator.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to at least go against them. All right, don't. 10. I'm using inspiration. Give me a second.
You're using inspiration.
Fuck!
You use inspiration on this.
Well, I wanted to give us a safe journey, and I figured this would help.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but there are 3 bands.
So, I would, just try to help the odds. All right, I guess, well, I guess it's a 9.
It is indeed a 9. You edge closer and sort of stand up on your hind legs and let out a bear roar. And as you do, one of the 2 horses that draw a chariot sort of look in your direction and sort of meander away. They don't run off in any immediate haste. But I will ask, does a 21 and a 17 hit?
Probably yes and yes, because I'm not technically using my shield right now, so my AC would be less, I'm assuming. I had a feeling that was gonna hurt, but I tried.
Yeah. So you're lucky, because the first one hits you and that immediately does the damage, so the second arrow ends up
Just
missing, so it doesn't arrive there in time, because...
Well, hopefully that will scare them even more, then I poofed.
But you will take 6 piercing damage
Oh. Fun.
on that first arrow.
That's nice. Well, so yeah, if anyone is still awake or whatever after all of that, Fig is going to from her seated meditating position just kind of hunch over slightly with like a kind of nasty grunt of sorts and just kind of clutch. I'm gonna say right here. Yeah, like near her shoulder, and then just kind of like recompose herself for a few moments and then just go, okay. And then, if I'm the only one awake, then I'm gonna proceed taking watch and then wake someone else up later.
Okay. You guys go through your routines of transitioning watches. Is there anything else anybody wishes to do during this camp?
Just riding.
Okay.
I so tried.
Just chasing the sun.
Okay.
Can I do a short rest during my little narrative watch?
Fine.
Cool. It's just a hit die to get that back.
You're trying to spend a hit die.
You know, you don't get that hit die
Okay.
back until a long rest.
I'm aware. Wow.
Damn.
I should have waited.
I feel like
teach you.
I feel like
I
you.
didn't
Yeah.
really-
How much did you have to heal again?
6. I forgot my hit dice could go up that high.
You just absolutely blew that out of the
I
water.
totally wasted that hit die. You know,
Hey,
whatever.
you win some, you lose some.
Yep. I was really
Sometimes that's how it
hoping.
be.
That's fine. This is fine. That's fine. Fig
And
did
that's
not
how
get
it
her
be.
scary bear moment this time, but you can't get them all. I'd rather
No,
have
you can't.
I'd rather fail that one than the ones I've managed in the past.
All right. So you guys.
My
all
favorite
wake-
is still the grudge in the rain.
Hey. You all wake the next morning and continue on your path, returning home over the next few days. Fig heeding Lachion's advice and knowing the terrain ahead from your original route and seeing where the Wayne Riders have been the previous nights, you begin to take your group in a more easterly direction to avoid the cliffs and the waterfalls and ultimately avoid the Wayne Riders, hopefully. So you actually end up taking this route.
I'm cool with that.
Does that take us through the Dead Marshes? Are the Dead Marshes a thing?
That's what I was just gonna ask. I'm trying to remember the map. I have a map! You took my maps! Wait.
No, they're right there, and now you can't hear me.
Why would you take her maps?
Shit.
They have maps, everybody.
Well, Lindsay has maps.
The Fellowship
This
has
is-
the map, but Lindsay's the only person I could physically hand it to at the time.
What am I looking at?
I don't know.
Are you probably
Rohan and Gondor.
are you looking at the difficulty one that has all the color?
Yeah,
Yes!
that's the Loremaster's map.
Fine. Well, that's
Flip it
what
over.
I'm trying to... No, because so it's weird because when you look at the difficulty one, it's not the same on the other side. It's the different map.
I know.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, that's what I was trying to tell the others. Okay, so we are.
That's
Where's
probably
that
mostly
go?
so the players could have one while the DM had the other one, and not
That's
have to
what I was
worry
trying
about
to say.
sharing.
Yeah. Why don't I see the falls here? Are they not on here? Oh no, wait.
That
They might not be represented on that map.
Where's that?
but they're there.
Oh,
Those are
I
the
see
falls
it, I
Boromir
see it.
went over when they got rid of his body.
No, that's cutting us. That's cutting us through the Dead Marshes and the mouths of the Entwash, and we're just barely. And then North Ithilien,
Yeah, so
roughly.
I mean, we could go a little wider and try and skirt some of the Dead Marshes without going directly through it.
Well, isn't it more treacherous that way? Going
Depends on
wider?
how close you want to get to Mordor.
But I mean,
That's what I was
the
wondering.
Black Gate is currently under control by Gondor, isn't it?
I didn't think so. I'm opening up this other way.
I don't remember. I feel like we discussed it a while ago, but I don't remember. But I'm not the guide.
We're gonna want. We would prefer the Mouths of Entwash, anyways.
Well, the Mouths of Endrosh are on the other side of the Dead Marshes.
No, it's where it's where the green line is just north of Osgiliath.
Oh, I thought this was the mouth of the Entwash, right here.
No, the Mouths of the Entwash are right here.
I mean, that I'll trust you, but that doesn't help because it just covers the whole area. Don't worry about it. I trust you. We don't gotta get bogged down in another journey. Discussion again. You are the guide. Guide us.
Okay, then we'll stay the course. But I mean, even the falls, that's the same color area as the Dead Marsh anyway, so it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, it all sucks.
Continue with the green line!
All aboard the green line!
Mine's the gap!
for the green line!
This is the worst subway.
The Middle Earth green line. Alright. So the next few days, Fig, you round out east to find a easier traverse down from the side of the cliffs, avoiding the falls and hopefully avoiding Wayne Riders. You do begin to come into more of a plains area, as you can see the mountains in the distance of the Epfel Duath that create the Mordor physical border for the most part, and you begin to trudge through the lowlands area, which do begin to take on a form of a more marsh-like environment with large pockets of water and some even still hidden by foliage and plant life that sort of mask its presence for a bit.
Clearly, we're just not allowed to traverse north.
North?
From Osgiliath and Pelegrir. Because...
Did you see how bad it was for Sam and Frodo to take this trip?
Because, like... Oh my god, it's upside down. Like, look at this nonsense. We're going through this bit.
Remember, this is a different time, so all of that difficulty terrain has been degraded for the most part. Not saying it's not difficult, I'm just saying it's not, that map isn't truly accurate for the point in time we're running this campaign.
That's technically a map from the future, so...
I'm back from the future.
Where is John Connor?
I'll be back with more bears.
Fucking big as a time
Jesus. So, you guys start to trudge through this marshland, and as you're walking through, the horses begin to slow down, the wagon begins to slow down greatly as you enter some very harsh and rough terrain, avoiding to the best of your ability, Fig, the large pockets of dirtied water, and you can see like this loose fog sort of emanating off of the low areas of the water surface that sort of spill over to what appears to be mostly dry land, but is still pretty unforgiving. You all sort of slowly move through, and from horseback or wagon, you sort of look around and you see the decomposing remnants of Gondorian soldiers that have once fought and died here roughly 2,000 years ago. And even still beneath the water that you come through, you see almost perfectly preserved elven forms still in their armor. And looking across the area, you see just the field sort of littered with bits of armor and weapons and broken arrows that just sort of dot the landscape. I need
Peachy.
everybody to give me a corruption saving throw.
Ba 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 ba.
Oh God, please
ba,
no.
ba,
Please
ba,
no.
ba, ba, ba.
Oh.
I'm gonna inspiration that.
Damn it!
I'm using my inspiration. There's no way I'm keeping that to.
Well, I'm gonna need another fellowship phase now, like as if I didn't need one already.
Fig, if you're not, if it's not,
It's not gonna help me, Dork.
If
I'll
it's-
save it
if
for
it's
next
the-
time.
Fig, if it's
Give it
not
to me,
reflected
dog.
in your if it's not reflected to your character sheet, you are proficient in corruption saves.
It's not. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Doc gave it to me. Haha.
Wait, he gave one to me too. I'll just hang on to it.
That's probably a smart idea.
I, I appreciate you, Dork. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
I'm gonna hang on to it for the next roll.
All right. So
I'm gonna
18
eat it
from
at this point.
Cirion, 14 from Malvhor, and a total of 4 from Fig. Fig, you are a little unnerved coming through here. It's a very unnatural place to see perfectly preserved bodies alongside of decomposing ones, and there's just a thick air to this place that you didn't come through before in your travels. You do take 1 shadow point.
Shit.
How many are you at? 2, 3? 3? Okay. Nothing else happens for you.
Wait.
Waiting.
No, I think that's correct. Right, because I had a mishap with mine last time, but I'll take it. It's fine.
You all are responsible for your own character sheets, so I take you at your word.
Yeah. No, I gave myself the. I couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2, and then I just said I'll just stick with 2 to make it fair.
Okay.
So now I'm at 3. Hi, bud.
Let me see something here real quick.
Don't look into their eyes, Fig. Oh, the swamp took Fig. The marshes took Fig. GG.
R.I.P. Fig.
Oh.
Cirion.
Oh.
With your passive perception of 14, you all are sort of led into an area that looks like it may have been, with your military knowledge and prowess from your experience, it looks to be probably one of a fallback point at once upon a time, maybe during one of the earlier battles of the war. Far from the main area of the fight, but it does look like there was fighting here at some point. And you come to an area where there's several barricades that were set up and now mostly in disrepair as the wood has begun to rot away, and a decaying wagon with still some remnants inside the back of it. But as the landscape is sort of littered with various elven and human bodies, you notice one in particular catches your eye. As you sort of stare at it, you see a human individual strewn out on the land that is begun to decay a bit, but it seems like the water and the air itself has sort of preserved them to a point. And they appear to be wearing the armor of the time of the Battle of the Last Alliance, and do appear to bear the colors of Gondor, of Elendil at the time. But as you sort of stare at it and cock your head, you look at the face and the features, and you start to notice that this individual bears a striking resemblance to somebody.
Oh shit! What the fuck? What the fuck?
Dude.
What the fuck?
Do I recognize who it is?
It doesn't take you long. Initially, it's like, oh, it's just another body. It's just another person. And then it's like that something like catches you and you sort of stare at it long enough. And there's like that moment where you see a face like flash over it, like in your mind, that sort of pieces things together, where you see them alive and then dead, alive and then dead. You recognize this person.
Oh no!
And I think you figured it out.
He's muting himself.
You recognize this to be at least the face of Rador.
What?
Yeah. That's why I pulled him up on the screen.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Like, if we had any doubts about Rattle being evil, like, I feel like this helps alleviate. This helps solidify that.
And that's where we're gonna take a break.
What? Wait!
Thank God.
I gotta connect my thing. I gotta connect my Chromebook to power, so.
I completely missed something, I feel like.
Oh my god, dude. I had to mute myself, Lindsay. I cannot wait for you to add that because I fucking knew it.
There. If you need
gotta
a
go get a
little
power cord,
side by
BRB.
side there.
What the fuck?
Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our force. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write to the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, sudden fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting and speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Rise.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
Burn! And latch onto you. You take 5 shatter damage.
This is not the hug I wanted. All right, let's make attacks at him.
Roll them dice.
You missed my birthday, bitch.
Probably go up on sale tomorrow. My donut! I got it. I lost it. I dropped my donut.
Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so
Are we there yet?
I think that way might work.
Are we there yet?
Kevin, you're fired.
Don't have us talk amongst ourselves then.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a role-playing game. Said the thespian.
Meh. Oh, meh. Oh no. Meh.
In Lindsayisms.
Audience meh. Chat meh. Oh my god.
I think you've lost it.
I need to stop doing things on stream. Adventure. Just like that. Health back. Go back. How is everyone? I'm doing. Why are they back?
You hear something.
Thank God I am half in the tank.
I shall stand with you. Shit, you're on your own.
Hail, adventurer. Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich.
Fools, you have intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball.
Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next ttrpg session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and Platemail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited, as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download and keep any tracks, then you get 20% off all in-store purchases. So what are you waiting for, adventurer? A quest posting at the local guild hall? Get over to battlebards.com and subscribe today, and use the coupon code ADVENTURE at checkout. Stay proficient, adventurers.
Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our forests. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write to the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn Druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient Druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of Druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, a sudden fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting and speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Rise.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
latch onto you. You take 5.
Bruh.
Well, welcome back.
Bruh.
So, thank you all again for being here. Quick schedule change for this week. Our Friday stream will not be happening. I will be busy on Jacob Henry VO's channel at 7:30, as we are going to be doing a live directed voiceover session for an audiobook. So if you want to get a little peek behind the voiceover microphone and inside the booth, go over to his channel at 7:30 this Friday, and you can witness him directing me. Hey, it'll be fun. We do crazy things. So, but other than that, I believe everything else is perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. Speaking of normal, let's get back into it.
Yeah, the exact opposite of normal.
Yeah, so Cirion, you see this corpse laying upon the side of a shallow pool of water next to a cart that you are fairly confident bears the striking resemblance, if not the exact same facial structure, probably the same person to what, from what you could see, as the individual that you guys have had several interactions with, as known as Rador.
Malvhor,
Yes.
come here.
Stay in the cart, Maerwyn. And,
Do I happen to see it because I'm on the same horse as you?
I thought I got off the horse.
Oh, I don't
mean,
know.
if you did, I never narrated it, so that's up to you if you did.
Okay,
Well-
yeah, I would probably get off and like look a little closer. I mean, Vig's probably like right there. She could probably see it just as clear as me.
I get off
So
the
then
wagon.
Malvhor
I tell Maerwyn to stay in the wagon and just focus on. Oh, there's a whole battle map. Oh no.
I was gonna say Maerwyn should just have
Just,
a whole cloak over her.
Just keep working on your crochet, Maerwyn, and stay in the cart. I'll be gone just a few seconds.
Okay.
And I'll go see what Cirion has.
And I'm just gonna, as soon as Malvhor gets there, I'm gonna point down. Someone.
Oh well, that looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. Looks just like that guy we saw at the tavern. No, I'm kidding.
So,
This only leads to more questions then. I had some already for Dorsey and Rador, but now...
we have to be very careful how we approach this, because they don't know our suspicions. And until they know, we might be able to leverage them for more information. You said Dorsey had a basement, Fig.
Yes.
Perhaps when we
But
return...
we also... Sorry, go ahead.
Perhaps when we return to Pelagir, we should see what's in there.
I agree. We also know that they have potentially been in workings with the Cat's Eye, if not them initially.
I believe they're just...
that?
I believe they are just a part of the Cat's Eye. Do you see the cats Dorsey has?
Yes, they're all adorable.
There's... I don't know how to word this. Is there a way for me without touching or moving the corpse of Rador to see, like, if anything out of the ordinary is missing on him? Some, like... I don't know. I'm not sure how to word this question. Outside of like normal decomposure, is there anything missing on him?
And you're not trying to touch him or move him.
Correct. At a glance.
You can give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Because he does have like full armor on and he's sort of sunken into the earth, so it's at the surface level you might not catch much without actually hands-on investigation.
This guy looks.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we continue, sorry. He's not in the water.
No, he is not.
Okay, so then I think I actually will like.
The body in
maneuver
particular is right here.
Okay, I thought you said that this one was like covered by a little bit of water, like preserved by the water a little bit.
He's by like the edge of shallow water.
Okay, then I think I actually will start picking up and like examining.
I'm
like,
going
just
to
looking for anything missing or like any details, because like I'm just not sure how to word that. That's all. But yeah, I'm just looking for anything missing on this guy.
When you say missing, you mean like his physical body missing, or items missing, or
items missing, kind of, or items and body, kind of like looking to see if anything like this quote-unquote doppelganger may have taken that would have been on this person.
Okay.
This corpse looks how old?
He said
Malvhor, you were trying to say something.
Yeah. I was just gonna give Cirion a gift die and tell him to be careful, kid. And I'm going to quickly make my way back to the cart so Maerwyn's not alone.
Okay. If you're actually manipulating the body and looking it over and investigating it properly, you can just give me a regular investigation check on top of the gift die that you've been given, if you choose to use it.
Okay.
Fig, how old does this body look?
Ooh, I'll use a gift die anyway.
You can give me a medicine check or a history check if you choose.
It's a D8, right?
It's a D8.
24.
I guess I'll do medicine. They're both the same. I'm gonna roll that viewer inspiration while I remember having it.
Pour everything into this.
No, I'll wait.
I'm in the car. I'm ready to get out of here.
I just tried to type it into Twitch chat, and Twitch chat went, "Bro, what are you doing?" And I went, "Well, that's a sign. I'll wait."
Okay. The body itself, I mean, for what it's worth, looks fairly well preserved. In comparison to the rest of the human corpses around here that are mostly eaten away or shambles of their former selves. The elven bodies are a bit more well preserved. Sure. But for the most part, this has probably been here for a few thousand years.
So does it look a little more well preserved, like the elven bodies, despite them being human?
A little bit.
Or
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
Cirion, a 24 total. You look him over, and the armor has been fairly rusted and banged up from the battle. The sword is in the same state. From what you can tell in terms of physical items that the soldier would have been carrying on him, nothing seems to be missing. Hard to tell if this was a infantryman that had sword and shield, or if it was just sword. So if it was sword and shield, the shield would be missing, but it's a little hard to tell in the chaos of the battlefield. Physically, there are open wounds in places, clearly probably indicating the cause of death at the time. But other than that, everything seems to be fairly normal. Nothing seems to be missing.
I was trying to think why whoever we're running into is impersonating this guy and is part of the king's council.
An illusion, maybe.
Illusion. I mean, if this guy's been here 1,000 years, I feel like someone would have seen him.
How many people do you think come through here? And no rattle.
So, yes, if the person... So, maybe the original Malvhor was no one in particular, but is someone more particular now.
Exactly. Wish there was a way. Too bad this used to be a battlefield. See who could have came through here. More of an idea. Man, not man.
Honestly, I don't think we'll find more answers here.
I don't
No.
think so either.
I don't think so either.
You do notice there are items in the cart that he's laying next to. There are things there that you haven't fully investigated.
I would like to look up and check the cart.
As a quick glance up in there, you see a shattered barrel and splinters of wood. The cart itself, the wood appears to be fairly rotting away. It's sunken into the earth so much that it would probably be fairly difficult to get out. In fact, you see it propped up, not even propped up, the edge of the cart where the horse would hitch to ends right at the water itself. So you kind of guess that the horse that may have been pulling this probably panicked and ran into the water, struggled and got trapped and probably drowned in that area. Inside the cart, there's a few moldy sacks of like burlap and a rotting chest.
Can I check inside the chest? Am I able to get it open?
You can certainly try.
Can I pull out my dagger and kind of use it almost like a leverage point, like kind of find it like in a weak spot, and like where the chest would probably open, just kind of like put it in and try and pry it open?
Let's go ahead and give me a dexterity check. Just a regular dexterity check.
Okay.
Since you don't have like thieves' tools or anything like that.
Right.
Natural 20.
Ooh,
a total
wow.
of 21. The wood itself is damp and rotting. There's pockets where you see the boards that created the skeleton of the chest have gaps between them for how much it's been eaten away, and the lock itself that sits on the front has been so well rusted over that you take the pommel of your dagger and just smack it into the side of the lock, and it just breaks off and falls to the ground.
And I'll open the chest.
You open it up, and as the top of the lid sort of creaks open and sort of hits the edge of its hinges and sort of like collapses back at its full extent and then juts forward a little bit and leans back into it, the rusted hinges sort of snap off as the lid sort of crumbles off to the side, and just the open chest there remains. And immediately inside, you do see what looks to be folded over cloth and a metallic item of sorts. But before you can look at it any further, you begin to hear a sludging sound coming from around and movement as the ground itself begins to shift, and you see some of the corpses begin to
Nope, took too long.
stand and rise.
Should have left when we had the chance.
We need to get back to Maerwyn and protect her.
I'm already in the couch with her.
Hang on. Yeah, you already went back, but I do need
Grab the contents out of the chest.
initiative.
All right, can I grab the?
Nope, you're entering initiative. You can do that as your action on your first turn if you choose to.
Okay. Damn.
Go ahead.
Chill.
Where do
There's
you
the chest.
want me to be? I was
Where
on.
were you?
Well, so I was on Cirion's horse, and I don't think I necessarily moved from there, to be honest. I mean, I would have dismounted, but I would be where the horse is, his horse.
Damn it.
So I guess initially where you first had him spot the body.
Put yourself on there, and I'll rearrange you then.
Nerp. I'm just trying to be fair.
And this is all rough terrain. And you all, for those of you on horseback, or unless you're in the cart, might be a different story.
Did you say rough terrain?
Mm-hmm.
Very rough terrain.
Damn it.
I was heavily hinting that walking in here.
Mm-hmm.
Fig, can you go ahead and roll initiative, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Too busy snacking.
I am. I got very hungry.
I think you're just.
I clicked it. Okay.
Yeah, I see an 11. Man, you guys with the vampire fight front-loaded your initiative.
Wait,
now it's.
Can I use my viewer inspiration on that?
Do you have another one? Do you have a third one?
No, I didn't use the second one in the end.
Use it on that last one. I'll say sure.
40!
Can you update it in the...
Yes.
14. Alright. Let me move some things around.
Does Rattles... So, is one of the corpses coming to life Rattles?
Oh, that'd be funny. Can we speak with dead?
It is... Rador's corpse is not moving.
Do I have 5 questions for him?
You do not.
Can someone ask me the 5th question so I can go back to Dad?
I don't like that. This one? No, that's too fast for zombies. Yeah, sure, let's go with that one. Okay, so at the top of the round we have Fig. As the
Oh shit!
as you see Cirion over there in the back of the corroding wagon begin to mess with a chest of sorts, and as he is doing that, you notice that the some of the corpses begin to rise as they slowly move up from their prone posture, and some of them begin to wield their old swords once again.
What would Fig do right now?
It's a fantastic question.
Fig is going to... Yeah, how bad can that be?
So whose horse are you on? Is it yours or is it Cirion's?
Well, I said during all of that I would have dismounted, but I would be right where the horse is.
Okay. So whose horse was that?
That was Cirion's horse, Quickfire. Because Wild Step and Duster are attached to wagon.
Quickfire?
Yes.
Alright, then I'll put Quickfire right there.
Sorry.
I am just going to grit my teeth and I will quickly glance at Cirion and go, quickly, get what you need. And then after I say that, I'm going to move myself forward over here, and I will make 2 attacks at this dead thing.
Okay.
Just seeing if 2 quick swipes of an axe might help with anything.
Okay.
13.
13 as you dismount the horse and run over, gripping your axe. You bring up the axe and sort of come down for a slash across the torso, and you see it sort of raise its sword slowly and try to counter, but it's not fast enough. A 13 will hit.
Sweet. Okay. 7. And then second time.
19.
19.
Okay.
For 3.
Okay. 2. And another cross across its chest. It is still wearing as it hits against its rusted armor, and you break away several links of the chainmail, but it does still absorb a bit of it.
Sweet. So then I will use my bonus action to shield bash it in the face.
Go for it.
Where did that go? No. It's the same thing. Sorry, I clicked the main one, not the offhand, but
Okay, so 9.
I guess technically.
Well, what'd you roll on the first one? It was a D20. You rolled 14.
It
so
has
let's
the
take
same
14.
modifier.
Yeah.
So 14 plus 5.
The 5. Yeah.
So 19. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just the damage changes. So roll the damage for that offhand.
Oh shit.
3.
There you go. The 3. Take the 3.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, it's the same modifier. I don't know what's changing here. So it's just the damage because you do less damage on the offhand.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead after that, do a violent display to see if I can scare the shit out of these mofos.
Okay. Which ones are you targeting?
The 3 that I can see. Oh wait, there's more.
Yeah, there's 5 at least.
Yeah.
The 3 closest to us then. That kind of make the Bermuda Triangle.
So the one you attacked and then the other 2?
Yes, please.
Okay, and what does violent... This is to have disadvantage on everyone except you, correct?
Yes.
Alright.
And it's a DC 13 wisdom save. I swear to God, if I don't get zombies,
All 3 fail.
I'm going to quit. Oh, good.
Yeah, all 3 fail. I laughed because the first one technically rolled a 0. So that's why it was funny to me. Alright, so those 3 with the blue marks have disadvantage on attacks if they're not against Fig.
That's my turn.
Alright, so 2 quick axe slashes and you sort of spin around with the offhand of the shield and just bash it straight into the face. And while we're here, I'll take this opportunity to show off my handiwork.
Ooh.
Alright.
You're very good at making
After
those
all
minis.
that, yeah, I like those. After all that, after the few attacks, Fig's gonna watch the one still standing and she's just gonna go, huh. They are hardier than they look. I don't like that.
Okay, is that in your turn?
Ah!
Alright, that will bring us to the one sort of that's just rising up, Cirion, and from your perspective as you like flip open the chest lid, you see like a skeletal decayed hand grip the side of the wagon, and you see this mutilated face just sort of protrude itself as it rears up its sword and makes 2 attacks at you. But I will say, since you are in this cart and sort of have a bit of a height difference and something else, you have partial cover, so you will get an AC boost out of this. So the first one is a 16. What is your current AC without a boost?
You're muted.
14.
14. I believe you will... Checking one thing real quick. Because you are going to have half cover, so you get a +2 to your AC. So 14 plus 2 will be 16, so 16. Yeah, the first one will still hit you with 5 piercing. The second one, unfortunately, will hit you with a 22.
Oh no!
As he swings the sword, and you're sort of caught off guard initially because it's just sort of, you open the chest and suddenly just reaches out for you. A sword sort of nicks the side of your arm, not doing a whole lot, but then as you sort of stumble a bit and fall in closer to him, he reaches out with his free hand and grasps and tries to claw at you. You do take 2 necrotic damage, and I need... nope, you are technically grappled, as he just grabs onto you. So your speed is reduced to 0. And on your turn, you can choose to try and break that grapple if you choose. But that will end his turn. That'll bring us to the second one down here, who is going to move the full of his speed, because they don't appear to be inhibited by the marshland.
They got swamp feet.
He's gonna move He's gonna move 20 feet that direction. Cirion, I'm gonna move you a little bit just so you're actually on a square and not in the middle of something.
Okay.
And he's gonna make his same 2 attacks at you.
Heck.
He saw you got grappled, so he's seizing an opportunity. Actually, I'm gonna take this moment and actually move Maerwyn to be alongside Malvhor because they're kind of sharing the wagon. The first one is a 13, which will miss with your partial cover, and the next one is a 10, which will also miss. Bring us to the third one.
This is the one that concerns me.
Is going to move here.
Where are our horses?
You want the horses on there?
I'm just curious. Which
Well, the other two are
how do you
wagon,
envision
right?
the wagon being sort of driven into here? Let me get a little terribly drawn thing, and I'm gonna do it in lime green so it's clear.
Can I just choose whichever direction we're facing?
I mean, I will say the direction you guys came in from. God damn it! Roll 20 changed everything on me. There it is. Came in through this way. So
Okay.
your cart is most likely facing this direction. Yeah. So I will say where you guys are, your horses. Wild step. Whoops. And I'm not going to move you guys any further because that's on me for not specifying things.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Duster. So I'm just going to do that for now.
We're just
yeah.
fighting for our lives.
Yep. I will say zombies are dumb. He's going to attack
the cart.
Wild step.
Anyone but Maerwyn. Literally anyone but
He's gonna-
Maerwyn.
But at
He's
least
going
they
to
have
attack-
disadvantage.
They have disadvantage?
Yeah,
Oh,
violence
he does.
display.
Yeah, sorry. Jesus!
The horses don't have high AC.
Superstar.
I didn't say Christ!
I did, so I continued.
So you finished your own joke.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so I got Wild Steps AC. He's going to make his attack at it at disadvantage with a 12. Actually hits it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They have low AC.
Yep. And that will be 4 piercing.
Well, that's enough for Fig to rage.
You attacked an animal. And then the claws.
You just hear Cirion from across the map. Oh, Ugandon fucked up.
Yeah.
And even at disadvantage, we'll roll an 18, which will hit for 4 necrotic.
That's my horse, bitch.
Alright. For your own, do you have Wild Steps hit points in front of you?
If it's the same as, well, I don't, but I know what Dusta's
I
is.
can pull it up.
I was gonna say, if it's Lindsay's horse, I can tell you what it is right now because I have the stat sheet up, if you want to keep track of it.
Yeah, what was it? 8 total?
They're down to 6.
Oh, your horse is,
Wonderful.
the horse is down to 6 HP?
That's
Yeah, you took
great.
8 total damage out of the 14.
Yes.
That'll end its go.
Duster has 30 HP. I don't know why.
That's because they're
Yeah.
war horses. Mine's not.
True. Malvhor is just going to... I'm just going to get the cart out of here. I'm just going to get these horses moving as fast as we can.
Yup.
Good. Okay. Have fun. Have fun, everybody. Yeah.
Alright, so I will direct your attention to controlling a mount in battle. This is going to be interesting because one is an untrained warhorse and the other one is a warhorse. So you're going to take the action to essentially command your mount.
Mm-hmm.
So you have dash, dodge, and disengage as your available actions for your horse.
Dash the fuck out of here.
And these rules are in the PDF that was shared in Roll20.
Yeah.
And that's currently what I'm looking at. So.
The problem with just dashing is your horse already took hits.
Mm-hmm.
And is a little fucked up. And so I don't want to provoke attacks of opportunity. So
I don't think there's any way right now to make it use its reaction.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I think I potentially have a solution. A little risky, but I'm going to have the horses use the dash action.
Okay. That will give them their full movement speed of 60 because of the rough terrain.
Yeah. And I'm just going to get as far away as I can, which is pretty much all the way down to the bottom of the map. All the way down to this square.
Okay. That will provoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
One, yeah.
You can use your
on 2 separate horses.
Right?
Huh?
You can use your what's it called as a reaction for yourself, right? That dwindles attacks.
Yes, I can.
I want to say vicious mockery, but I know it's not that.
No, it's not.
All right, so the first one. Whoops.
So, because one's going to be against Duster and one's going to be against Wild Step, right?
Yes. First one's going to be against Duster.
Okay.
Which is an 18.
Is that still disadvantage?
Yeah, this one doesn't have disadvantage.
This one does
Okay.
not have disadvantage.
I'm trying to figure out which one is which. Oh, I see.
That boyo is attacking Duster.
Yeah.
18?
Yeah, 18 hits.
4 piercing. And the next one will be against Wild Step for 14 to hit.
I couldn't hear you. What was it?
14 to hit.
And that was with disadvantage?
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and use my distraction on that as my reaction. I'm going to be like, and I'm just there's zombies, so I'm just gonna make a lot of noise. I'm just gonna be like, Gah!
Excellent. Okay.
So I'm gonna roll a d8 and let's hope it's good. Yeah, that still hits.
13. That'll hit.
Yeah, still hits Wild Step.
Wild Step takes 6 piercing.
Oh, are you kidding?
I can't fucking believe I rolled a 1 and then the damage was perfectly a 6. Like, it was a d8 on a 14. I just had to get it down below 12. Oh my gosh, I'm just, it is what it is.
Stand by. So as the horses take off to get away from the battle, 2 of the bog soldiers sort of lash out at the horses as they sort of get startled in their departure. Both land their attacks. Duster sort of shakes it off, but Wild Step, already a bit battered, gets hit a bit in the side of the leg, and it's enough as they get just far enough, the leg buckles, and Wild Step falls to the ground and actually brings the whole cart to a halt now that Duster had to bear the weight. So they actually stop
Motherfucker.
here.
Fuck.
And Wild Step is prone and unconscious.
I'm going to just jump and hop onto Duster, who's right in front of me. Because I already used my action, but I can still draw my sword. And I'm going to tell Maerwyn, I'm gonna say, get aboard Duster now.
Okay.
And that is the rest of my turn.
All right, that will bring us to the one next to Fig, who will make his 2 attacks. Not at disadvantage because he's attacking you. First one is a 15.
Yeah. No.
Second one's an 11, which will miss then. So his 2 attacks just sort of flail in a disorganized manner that you're just sort of able to weave and use your shield to bat away. That will end his go. That will bring us to this one, who, despite, for the most part, being able to ignore the terrain resistance, does have to trudge through the water, which does slow him down, so he is only able to get here. That will end his turn. Maerwyn will do as you instruct and move from the wagon onto Duster, and that will end her turn. Cirion.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my action to break the grapple.
Okay, go ahead and give me a acrobatics or athletics. Your choice.
Acrobatics. Oof. I'm gonna burn inspiration for that. Actually, I just got viewer inspiration. Hold on. Yeah. So I'll do viewer inspiration. Thank you, Jake Henry VO. What's the value on that one again?
That's just a D4.
Okay, that's what I thought. Heyo.
Total of 14. You easily break out of this zombie's hold.
Sweet. And then I am going to actually action surge. No, I already did that. Oh, I misread my thing entirely. My goddamn. Oh, I misread that entirely.
We rested. When did you last use it?
I don't remember.
Was it the vampire fight? Because we've rested since then.
You got a fellowship phase. All that stuff came back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just forgot to put it back. Okay.
There's no way you've
regardless,
used it since the vampire fight.
I was gonna say.
Maybe I just forgot when I was restoring everything else. Okay, I'm gonna burn my action surge. I'm gonna take the items in the chest. You said it was like a piece of cloth and metal, right?
From what you could initially glance at.
Okay, so I'm just do a quick swipe of that, stash it away, and then I'm gonna try and move. I'm gonna get 2 attacks of opportunity on me, but fuck it. Movement's cut in half, right? Because it's rough terrain.
Correct.
I mean, you should only get 1 because the other one already used their reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Okay.
Alright, so you...
Just trying to figure out my path that I want to take.
And the other one's got the blue dot, so it's disadvantage.
The dreaded blue dot.
Yeah, so you should be safe.
5, 10, and 50. So then I'll probably just... Stupid question. Am I able to go... hold on. In between these guys, like, excuse me, pardon me, and go to this square?
Let's get on the
No.
horse and go.
You can try an acrobatics and try to jump over it if you choose, but just merely moving through them easily isn't really feasible. They're sort of blocking your path right now.
Okay. Then I'm gonna assume Quickfire is just hanging out here. Fig just kind of like let him be.
As of now, I haven't gotten back to Fig's turn.
Okay.
Plus, it's your horse. You can give it a command if you choose to, but that would be your action.
Yeah. Well, didn't I use an action to swipe this stuff out of the chest?
Well, you use an action to break free, and then you action surge.
And then yes. Okay. So I wasn't sure if swiping that stuff. I thought you said it was going to be an action.
No.
Okay. Man, I am misunderstanding all across the front. And okay, so I'm actually then going to run to Quickfire.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump.
Attack of opportunity
I'm going to jump.
comes in at an 11, which will miss.
Just parry it off. Be like, no, knock it off. I'm going to jump on Quickfire, yell at the Vig, let's go! And that'll be my turn.
Oh, shit. I know what I said, but I don't want to leave Wild Step behind.
We also can't leave the supplies behind. We can't move the supplies right now.
Wild Step's still tied to the cart, and so is Duster. At the top of the turn, you're at the round, Fig. Go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
I don't like that. Why am I doing that? 1!
Wild Step fails 2 death saves.
Fuck! Oh, I'm sorry. I just scared my cat. He just ran under the couch.
Take it, your turn.
All right, hold on. Give me a second.
Can we just take a step back and look at Wild Step's fucking luck, right? Attack with disadvantage, still hits. The distraction only reduces it by 1, does just enough damage, and then gets a natural 1 on its death save.
Fuck. Is there a way? How big is this cart? Can I jump on it?
Which cart?
With the two of them, so can I get to? I guess my question is, can I get to Nya? And like the cart's right here, right where Malvhor and Maerwyn's tokens are.
I'm just gonna paint you.
So can I?
No, I'm not. I can't say anything.
So can I reach here and still reach Wild Step?
You'd be occupying the same space as another friendly character, so you can't, technically.
They're not already on the horse?
Technically, we're both on Duster.
Oh, they're right, you are. Sorry. You are correct. I'm gonna just do that for my...
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
So yes, sorry. I forgot that they moved.
So I'm assuming, since that's 20 feet from here, that's basically all of my movement then to get to the cart to be in reach of Wild Step.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do just that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use all of my movement to get to here. And I'm going
9
to...
from a attack of opportunity will miss.
That's fine. I'm going to slap an Atlas salve on the horse's ass and wake it the fuck up.
I'm just gonna slap an ass.
Go ahead and roll the healing for the Atlas salve.
What is that? A 1d4 plus 2? Am I making that up?
It's in your inventories. It's in your handouts. Let me check.
I might have written it finally.
Atlas
Nope.
salves 1d4 plus 1.
Plus 1.
3. Wild Step, you see the eyes sort of flutter open and the chest begin to rise and fall at a very quick pace. They're no longer making death saves, but they are prone.
Okay, so what can I do now with it being conscious? Can I do anything? Can I command it, or
You
is
used
that
your action?
That's what I thought. Okay. Fuck. Shit. Okay, is anything threatening Wild Step right now? Like, is there anything now within?
Not immediately. there's nothing
This
within 5
zombie
feet of her.
will. This one
That zombie
will.
Then I am. I hate all of this. I am going to leap off of the cart and mid-air use my bonus action to go full Fig Bear.
Okay.
And I'm going to land right. Let me get my token. I'm going to land right here. Oh, aren't I large?
Yes, you are a large creature.
So I'm going to land in like these 4 spaces right here because I'm a large bear. And I'm going to just roar around in the zombies' faces. And then also try to scare the shit out of the horses so they go.
Where are we gonna go? You're blocking the path now.
No, I'm on the side of you guys.
We need 2 spaces for 2 horses.
Yeah, I'm on the left. The 2 left spaces of Wild Step.
Okay,
you're trying to get through the water.
Yeah, because otherwise we gotta go through the water.
Okay, then I'm gonna be right fucking here.
Those zombie sounds are unsettling.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm gonna be-
werebear transformation.
Oh.
All
It's
right,
unsettling.
So I'm gonna lay. So
There
let
it
me
is.
move Fig. Oh, there goes my initiative. Oh well.
What'd you do?
She deleted her
Nothing.
token.
There's a blank
would you
14
do that?
there. That's me.
Heat of the moment.
All right. Remember, you're at 14, please.
I am top of the
All right,
round. So
that
I'm
end your
right
turn?
there, and I'm roaring at all of the zombos. And let's see, that was action, bonus action, movement. That's me.
All right. That will bring us to the next soldier of the Last Alliance, who is
That's
going
sad.
to. I mean, that's what they are. He's going to make his 2 attacks.
This is so bad.
This is mad. Yeah, this is horrible. This got so
He's going
bad so
to-
quickly.
I'm gonna roll a coin flip here. Okay. The first attack is going to be against Duster. It's a natural 1.
Okay.
And then the next attack will be against Malvhor as he reaches out with his claws trying to grab him.
Is that the disadvantage one? or
Still
was
at
it-
disadvantage. Yes.
I don't know which one is which.
I know. Let me finish talking. A 9 will miss.
Yes.
Brings us to the next one who does not have disadvantage but is behind Malvhor. I'm going to roll again. Do a little coin flip to determine whether that first attack will. It's the same roll. First attack's going against the horse. 15.
Oh my God.
I believe they have the same AC.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I want to look up a quick rule.
Okay.
That'll determine what I do. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use another gift die as a distraction.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your.
Reduces
DH?
by 7.
Yeah, that will miss definitively. And then its next attack will be against Malvhor with a 16.
Ah, yeah, that fucking hits.
Oh my God.
That will be 3 necrotic. You are technically grappled, but since you're on the horse, I'm just gonna let that get negated.
Okay.
Because that doesn't really mesh
Just drag me down from the horse.
Yeah. I mean, he could, but we'll say he has a hand on you right now. But if the horse moves, he'll probably lose it.
Okay.
But if you don't move, he might be able to do something else. We'll see. That'll end his go. That comes the next one. This is fucking alarming to him. He's going to attack the bear. First one is an 11 and then a 15.
Oh shit, I need to pull up the 8. I'm pretty sure that's not... Yeah, that they miss.
They both miss. Okay.
Yes,
good.
the AC 16.
That was shit damage they rolled too. That will skip their or end their turn. Malvhor.
Okay. I'm going to have Wild Step stand up. Which is half of our movement, so from 60 to 30.
Okay.
And it's rough terrain, so that means they would only be able to move 15 feet. I did not mean to draw. I meant to use the ruler. Thank you. You know, it didn't work last time. Maybe it'll work this time. I'm going to have the horses... I'm gonna have the horses dash again.
So I will say, and you probably know this already, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you... So you...
I mean, what I could do is I could end the horses right next to the zombies.
You used your action to command Wild Step to stand.
Yeah.
So you cannot use another action to tell them to dash.
Oh, standing is an action for the horse? I thought that was just half the movement.
It. No, you gave it a command. It had its movement, yes, but you had to tell it to do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it might have done it on Fig's turn because it's Fig's horse.
Okay, then I guess I'll just go 15 feet because that's all I can do then.
Okay.
If it can't dash or disengage, we'll just go 15 feet. Which takes us just below that zombie. Which does provoke attacks of opportunity again.
Yep.
But not against Wild Step, at least.
No, they will both be against Duster because that is the one doing the movement in
yeah,
this case.
that's fair.
Did that roll or no? I think it did. I just didn't hear it. First one was at disadvantage with an 11.
Which will miss.
First one was not at disadvantage, but was a natural 1.
Okay, got lucky that time. That's the end of my turn.
All right, that brings us to this boyo, who's going to run over here, and one attack at the horse, one attack at Cirion. Holy fuck! Taking screenshots. First one against the horse is a 23.
Fucking hell, dude.
Which is just 3 piercing damage. But the grasping claws against you, Cirion, is a natural 20. For a total of 6 necrotic.
Ow.
That will end his go. That brings the one in front of Fig. 2 attacks against Fig. I rolled a 12 twice.
Rawr, bitches!
I like how Fig as a bear has more AC than I do.
That will bring us to Maerwyn, who is on Duster, so... Yeah, no, she can't do anything.
Just
at this
vibing.
point. Yep, she came onto Duster, and there's nothing else she can do. Cirion.
Okay. I'm gonna get on my horsey, and I'm going to... Well, I was already on my horsey, but I'm gonna lay dash And again, probably get an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
First to go.
So, commanding them to dash will give them the full 60 feet of movement. Depending on where you're going, might be difficult because there's a bit of a bottleneck in the south. But as you do move away, the attack of opportunity comes in against them, but with a 9, which will miss.
Sweet. Okay. So... Why did y'all have to block off everything?
There is another way you can go. You can go.
The
You can
other
go to
way.
the east. Go to the east around
you
the
can
pond.
go the other way around. Yeah, and you have no one to contest with. It would probably be faster for you that way and safer.
Okay, so when we say the east, when this
yeah,
way?
Literally.
Yeah, look, you have all this land to run
Oh.
free.
Yeah. Literally go that way. And just
Okay,
clear.
so
You don't have a cart. You're just on a horse, so
Yeah.
it's easy.
Go.
Yep.
I got more movement.
So I'll
I
use my
can
dash.
catch up. Worst case scenario.
What's your
And
movement
I'm
as a
very-
bear?
It's still 40 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So,
use
like-
my dash on my horse to get here.
Yeah, so I've got the hit points and I've got the movement, or I will not only stay up, but eventually catch up. So you got the plot shit, you have the cart and side quest shit, and child, go.
I've been trying to go for 3 fucking rounds.
I know. If
I just
Fig was
realized
hanging on... What?
I just realized not one of these zombies has been killed yet.
I know, right? But I mean,
We
I-
always, like,
I'm actually surprised. I thought 5 was being nice.
I landed 3 attacks on the first
think-
guy in my first turn, and that's it so far.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Fig's
he's
the only one
almost
who's
dead.
hit anything.
Good for him. They're all about to get fucking swiped at.
All right.
I think they're
That
about
will
to
bring
do
us-
some swiping themselves.
This
Oh
will
no,
bring us to the
it's
next
yeah, it's your turn, Fig, because you deleted yourself.
Right. See?
It's
Good
my
call,
turn.
good call.
Cool.
Malvhor, you can take your inspiration back for calling that out.
I said it too. That's fine.
I didn't hear you.
That's
Sorry.
fine, Matt. Then Matt can have it. He's
Oh,
got
thank you.
horses and a child to take care of. Nom.
What you doing, Fig?
I'm gonna maul. I'm just gonna maul and bite and be fucking distracting as all hell. Actually, so here's what I want to do. Let's be smart about this. Let's see if I can be smart about this here. I am going to move my furry butt over to... That should work. Over to Nya. And I'm assuming I get 2 attacks of opportunities.
You do.
Oh,
Because they are not smart.
Fig,
Uh-huh.
you're such a lifesaver.
This was
and I
not
rolled a
planned.
6 twice. What the fuck?
That's fine. I just wanted
It's
them to
because
waste the
they're not
reaction.
attacking the horses. If they were attacking the horses, it'd be like 22, 21.
Yep. I just wanted them to waste those reactions. Perfect! Then I'm going to, let's see. The blue dot bitch is gonna get a swipe, and the non-blue dot bitch is gonna get a bite.
All right, go ahead and roll your attacks.
Swipe.
Swipe right.
Advantage. Oh, I'm not. I'm gonna rage first. I'm gonna go into fury first.
All right, there we go.
And I'm gonna be reckless with this because it asked if I wanted to do this at advantage, and I was like, why? So, yaw.
Clippy of D&D. Looks like you're about to do an attack. Would you like to do it at advantage?
Yes, Clippy.
19
Alright, so that
will
was
hit.
so that was blue dot bitch, because I said swipe,
Okay. Go ahead
and
and roll your
then
bite.
it's 21, plus
don't see the
2,
bite.
so 23. It says damage for 20. Oh.
That's just
Yeah,
the
I told you
claws.
to roll your bite. I was like, I don't see it.
Oh. I didn't get to that yet. I wasn't sure if you took the damage already for
I did
the
not.
claws. And then 15 for so 23 for
so-
the claws and 15 for the bite.
23 for the claws. So you come bounding over as the two undead sort of skulk behind you and just slowly try to attack, and both their swords miss as you run over to the other side, and in your full speed you bring up one of your claws and you just tear through this undead monstrosity that was once a soldier of Gondor, but now it has probably the constitution of a gnat, as your claw just tears through the midsection and actually gets a deep cut through it, and you actually rip and tear it in half.
Sweet.
Rip and tear.
And then the next one is a total of 15 damage.
Mm-hmm.
As you bite off a big section of its torso, but it is still standing, but barely.
That's fine. That's fine. I have now taken control of the zombies. That was my bonus action. I think that was most of my movement. Probably enough of it. Where did I go from here? Yeah. That's my turn. I'm just going to, as Fig Bear, look back at Malvhor and Maerwyn with the cart, and you can't understand, but you see it on the face, and you hear it in the roars of just like, oh!
What do you think I've been trying to do?
No, I know, but she's like, she understands it, but she's like, oh! And same thing towards Cirion too, just like, oh, good job.
That will bring us to
I speak bear.
this soldier of the Last Alliance, which will attack the bear in terrible fashion with a 6 and a 10.
Yeah.
Both miss. Brings us to this next one. And with a cart in the way, goes for the clear and obvious attacker against the bear. Finally, something, a 17 and an 18.
Which one was that one? I'm sorry.
What do you mean, which one? They're both against you, 17 and an 18.
Oh, which zombie's attacking me?
The one that just moved on the left.
But didn't they use an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, that's a reaction. Why?
Never mind. I got confused. It's fine. What did you say? I just got really confused for no reason.
17 and an 18.
Yeah, they both hit.
That's fair. This is a very tense situation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That
Which was supposed to be an
completely-
easy battle, but I think the addition of a child.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. That was
2
really bad. of
piercing,
me.
half to 1.
Okay.
And then 4 necrotic.
Okay.
And does your stat block say anything about being immune to grappling?
No. Not that I currently.
Okay, then you are grappling.
see. How does that motherfucker grapple a large bear? But that's fine.
Well, we'll see what happens. It could be his second death sentence. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about the...
Okay. Command horses, dash 60 feet, getting out of here.
Okay.
No attacks of opportunity. We're in the clear.
Yep, that will take you off map essentially.
Yep, just get off the map. Just being like, bye, Fig. I mean, if I have to choose between Fig and Maerwyn, like, I'm gonna get Maerwyn out of here.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oops. I'll move you all.
Why is
over
this
here
so
just to
tense
be-
right now?
Now it's just you. Now you're in a cage match with like 5 zombies. Have fun.
No, I know what I'm doing. It's fine.
One's
My
gonna run
money's still
down
up.
and make an attack at you, Fig. 16.
Yes.
6 piercing, half to 3, and then the second one is a 6, which will miss.
Okay.
Brings us to this one who, doesn't feel like putting up a chase against a horse at that rate, so it's just gonna surround the bear. Make 2 attacks. 22.
Yeah.
5 piercing, half to 2, and then a natural 20 for a total of 6 necrotic.
Okay. That's a bit.
That'll bring us to Maerwyn, who's off map, so I'm just gonna delete her out of the rotation. Cirion.
I'm gonna take a note from Malvhor's approach to me. Vig, let's go! And I'm gonna take myself, use dash, get off the map.
All right, so you command your horse to dash another 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
What?
None.
Okay. Fig, top of the round.
Great!
Actually, I'm gonna stop at the edge of the map and just pull out a bag of popcorn and just watch some zombies just get absolutely destroyed by a bear.
I'm grappled,
Yes.
so I need to spend an action to break a grapple.
Or you could just kill him.
Which one is it?
Which one? I mean, technically, yeah, it's the one immediately to your left.
Okay, I'll attack that one. To just try to break grapple. I'll start with a swipe,
Okay.
and I should remember the dex save for it this time. I will do it recklessly.
Oh
26.
man, I forgot that last round.
Oh
I
my
had
God,
advantage
wait!
on you.
I am
What?
so sorry. That was on me. I forgot
What? It's fine.
that all of those were on
It's fine.
advantage last time.
For what it's worth, one of them was a natural 20, so it didn't really make a whole
Sure.
lot of difference.
Sure.
Alright,
So that
26.
is, yeah, so that's 18 slashing, and if they're still up, they do a dex save or a strength save.
Okay. With a natural 1, which gives them a -1, that boyo falls prono.
Perfect. So here's what I would like to do next. This water that's right in front of me, is it shallow? Is it still just part of rough terrain, or do I have to like leap over it?
It's like a foot deep. It's rough terrain for you.
Perfect. Kind of. So then I'm... Son of a bitch. Cool. I'm going to... Where was that? Oh. Okay. I'm just going to... book it.
You're not going to use
I
your
will
second
dash.
attack?
Oh, I should. Okay, retract. Wait, that
I'm
one's...
sitting there like going, what? Alright.
Which one looks the gnarliest? Is it the one that's now prone?
I mean, they're all pretty fucked up. Actually, yeah, the one that is prone probably looks the most, pieces missing, if you will.
Alright, fine. I'm just gonna pick up his body and tear it in half with my mouth.
Jesus
Alright.
Christ.
You do have advantage
I know.
for multiple reasons, but 24, yeah, that's... He had 4 hit points left. 18's just not...
Okay,
nice.
so there's that. I don't have bonus actions as bear, so now I'm just gonna be like, oh boy.
1,
And,
2, 3 attacks of opportunity.
That's fine. With advantage.
21,
Uh-huh.
10,
No.
and 19.
Yes.
Jeez, now they can't roll damage for shit now. Total of the 2 that hit is a total of 4 reduced to 2.
Perfect.
They both rolled 2 piercing.
Cool. So there's me. That's me.
Okay, that brings us to this boyo, who's very, very dumb. It moves into the water. That ends his turn. That one's dead.
Is this the first time we've retreated from a fight?
No.
No, this is the second time, actually. I keep a detailed diary of when you guys flee.
Guys, we're getting smarter.
Malvhor, that brings us to you. I assume you're gonna keep...
Yeah.
Alright. Straight line is best line.
I'm not
Nope.
looking to engage.
And Cirion, same thing. Alright, brings us to Fig.
All right. So So I'm going to haul bare ass and dash.
All right, so you're gonna use your full 40 feet to get out of there.
Yeah.
At this rate, you will leave them all behind, and they give up pursuit pretty quickly. They don't really, at the pace that they move, they don't have any desire to fully chase you down. So, as the four of you make your way out of this area of the dead marshes, you do
At one
sort of. Yes.
Once it's safe enough and they're far away, if you guys look behind, you'll see this big, large bear that's just kind of like galloping towards you guys. Go back into Fig, and she's like, I'm coming.
You do get away from this immediate area and press on towards Osgiliath.
Cirion, bring the horse back. I'm fine.
I'll bring it back.
I did. I just said that.
Okay.
You didn't
I'm
see
doing
me.
other things. I'm sorry.
As I'm riding towards Vig, I'll put my arm out to kind of like pick her up and throw her onto the back of the horse.
I'm gonna grab his forearm and swing up.
All right. Cirion, you can find 2 items in your journal now that you pilfered from that site that you're more than welcome to look at any point, including now, or you can wait at another time. I'll make a hasty exit from this immediate vicinity of the dead marshes and tread very carefully moving forward, keeping an eye out and avoiding any sort of familiar faces, if you will. But in that time, Cirion did swipe 2 items of interest that caught his attention. One horse is badly injured, but alive. I'll continue on for Osgiliath, heading for northern Athelion. Is there anything else you guys wish to do on your final leg of the journey?
Just get to Osgiliath.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming at one point when there's a break, we're all going to look at what Cirion grabbed.
I mean, that's up to Cirion.
Yeah, I will gladly share it.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was an assumption. That's totally up to you. My bad.
I mean, I got it for... So it's not be like, hey, mine, fuck y'all.
Cirion, in your possession of the piece of cloth seems to be a deep navy blue sort of material, and it's dirtied and torn in sections, but could be easily sort of repaired, and it bears the crest of the King of Gondor and appears to be a banner of the House of Anarion. The other metallic item that you swiped initially looked to be a sort of older bronzish object that probably had a shine and a polish to it once upon a time. A few dents and nicks in it, but it is a horn of Minas Arnor.
Ooh.
And both those items are, I guess I will add that to everyone's journal so they can feel free to look at it and gaze upon it and decide whatever the hell you guys want to do with it. They should be there now.
I don't see it.
I see it.
It's under items.
Yeah, it's kind of in the
Your
middle. At
handouts.
least that's how it appeared in mine.
Found it.
Ooh,
Oh,
the
boy.
horn is cool.
Oh.
Already a little
Oh,
bit more
the
in depth
banner
on
is
those
also
later.
really fucking cool.
Wow. Huh. That's nifty. Otherwise, I assume we just make it back to Osgiliath.
I'm I'm gonna ask you, Cirion, can I have both of those items?
You can fuck
Oh
off.
my.
They're really good support items. I mean, you can have the banner if the horn would be really good for me because it's charisma based.
Yeah, I was reading that too, and I was like, that might be a better thing for you. But
You
like,
can
we could
use the
exchange that,
banner,
like,
and that would be sick.
yeah, probably exchange those when we like really get into Osgiliath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
You can get fucked.
Fuck off.
Can I have those items? You can fuck
I love
off.
it. I love it so much.
In the next few days, traversing through northern Athelion, you all eventually see the outer walls of the once great capital of Gondor, now a somewhat shell of its former self, but still a home for many. Osgiliath. Fig, do you do me a favor and go ahead and roll a d8 for your arrival check?
Oh, okay. I can do that, maybe.
Maybe. 2. As you have the fresh memory of your encounter in the Dead Marshes and a bit of a burned image in your mind of a particular individual you believe to have come across in those marshes. You look out at the city walls getting closer and closer through the forest's tree line, and you feel a bit of exhaustion begin to hit you, of almost relief that you're finally back, at least at this point. You still have a bit to go for Pelagir, but this is one of the first main areas of home, and you edge closer and closer to that gate, and that's where we're going to end.
That fight took a lot. I am like exhausted now.
I mean,
I know challenge ratings are absolute bullshit, but to the best of my ability, I use a challenge rating encounter calculator to gauge fights. This was supposed to be trivial.
yeah, and if we all three just probably engaged it as just a classic fight and attacked instead of trying to do extra activities, we probably could have wiped the floor with it. But like my first intention was like, get the child out of here. Like Maerwyn takes one hit, she's fucking dead.
Yeah, we were just focused on the shipment and Maerwyn, and and we needed the horses, so all of a sudden it was no.
Yeah, so with no direction or commands for Maerwyn on her first turn, being in that cart, she was just going to use the hide action.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how would you have known that? So, being the child, she's going to listen to the adults for the most part.
Yeah.
I was gonna leave Wild Step for dead. I was gonna cut Duster free and leave Wild Step for dead.
I was debating it heavily, but yeah.
Yeah, they had an AC of 8. You look at them the wrong way and they get hit.
Oh my god.
I probably could have killed one.
Yeah, it was just the fact that Wild Step got fucked up in one round.
Hey, they're not smart creatures, so they see the big thing and go easy target sort of thing.
I was so surprised.
So, yeah.
At how weak Wild Step was, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's just kind of the unfortunate luck of the draw. But they do roll their death saves. It is not an instant kill.
Yep. We made
Traumatized. Wild Step is traumatized now.
Goldwood's gonna get Wild Step back and she's gonna be like, what the fuck? Did you do to my horse?
You might have to work on your relationship with the horse again.
Me?
I'm just making a joke. I'm making a joke. God. But you made it back. We'll pick up in Osgiliath next week. However long you choose to stay there is entirely up to you. But your ultimate destination is still Pelagir. But you made it back in one piece and fairly successful journey, if I do,
Yeah.
do say
Yes.
so myself. So,
Quite revealing.
yeah, we'll see what comes of that. Probably lots of questions boggling around in your little noggins.
Yes.
We'll see what comes in the next session or two, perhaps. But that's all for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be back next week with a continuation of our campaign. So have a good night, everybody. Again, Friday stream is not there. I will be on another channel, so if you want to stop by, check out in Discord. There'll be more of that. The rest of our schedule's the same. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Stay proficient.
Bye.
Beware of zombies.